Hello everybody, Swaminath here. Today we are going to see standard procurement process and supplier returns. Standard procurement process is nothing actually. We are going to create a vendor in BP transaction code. We are going to create a material in MM01 transaction code. And then we are going to create purchase requisition. So what is purchase requisition in the sense? This one. What is purchase requisition in the sense? This one. It's a requisition document, simple requisition document wherein anybody can be created. It can be created by purchasing officer or it can be created by a warehouse team, anybody. So that's just a purchasing requisition document. Based on the purchasing requisition document, we are going to create a purchase order in ME21N. And then we are going to create we are going to do goods receipt and invoice verification. That is vendor invoice, this last one. Before that, we'll check the inventory in MMBE transaction code MMB. Before goods receipt, I'm going to check MMB, and after goods receipt, I'm going to check MMB. So this is what I'm going to do. Now, and after that, I'm going to create a supplier return. So why do we need to return the goods to the supplier? Based on the poor quality. So I'm going to do supplier returns and I'm going to do credit memo. Credit memo is nothing but vendor has to pay us back the amount which we have paid it earlier for the supplier of goods. That is what I'm going to do. Now let's get into the subject. Let's get into the. Let me create a BP. I'm going to create a vendor. BP. Click onto this person. Select grouping. I'm going to select grouping Z666. Let me select this Z666. Okay. JSK Industries. JSK Industries. Language English. This search term is nothing but based on this you can search the vendor, search the supplier. JSK. This is just a form. Enter the city, New York. Let me enter the country, US, and region. Let me select the region from the menu. Select the region from the menu. I'm selecting AA. Now, let me click on to save button. Click on to the save button. Country is US. Save. Let me make a note of this. Now, click on to this display change. Display change. Switch between display and change. Select onto this BP role. I'm going to select the BP role. Z666. Let me select Z666. Z, where it is? See here. Z666. Now, click onto this company code data. This vendor needs to be assigned to the company code. Let me click onto company code data. GB10. It's my company code. Present. Select reconciliation account from the menu. Select the reconciliation account. This is integrated with FIC. That is the reason we are selecting reconciliation. Now let me click onto this save button to save it. Correspondence language, English. And let me save this. Now go to company code data. This is my supplier. Let me take a note of this supplier now. Now click on to purchasing. RA11 is purchase organization. RA11, purchase organization. Present. Purchase organization is group of people who are involved in purchasing activity. Now, order currency INR and save it. Now, I have created supplier. You can use this supplier itself. Okay, we can use this supplier itself. Now, I'm going to create, when you click on to /n, it comes out. MM01, I'm going to create a raw material, spare parts. Press enter. Mechanical engineering. Select spare parts. Click here, spare parts. See here, spare parts for two-wheeler. Press enter. I don't want this. Default settings. Organizational levels. RA level is my plant. What is a plant? A plant is nothing but a manufacturing of goods will be happening in the plant. That is plant. Storage location is nothing but where do we store the raw material. Present. RA11 is my storage. This is my material number. This is my material. Let me take this material number also. Now, what is my material? Disk. Front disk. R15. Like base unit of measures. Each disk. Okay. Let me select material group. Select anything. You can select anything here. You can select anything here. Press enter. 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 Now, MRP type. Wherever you see this tick mark, this is a mandatory field. See here, it is a mandatory field. You will not, system will not allow you to move to the next screen until you enter this mandatory field. Okay, press enter. See here, no MRP. MRP is nothing but not a maximum retail price. It is material requirement plan. ND, no MRP. Press enter. 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 Let me select valuation class. Valuation class is 3000. Okay, press enter. Enter and save. 01. Availability check is 0. And let me save this. Click on to save. So I've just saved it. This is my material. Now I'm going to create a purchase requisition. /n, it comes out. ME51N. Transaction code ME51N. Purchase requisition. Mother of all documents. They say mother of all documents. Now let me enter the material here. Let me enter the material. This is my material. Let me copy it. Go to item overview. Enter the material here. This is my material. You don't have to do anything here. Just press enter. Validation automatically happens in SAP upon pressing enter. My quantity is 10. What is my plant? See here. Takes you to the plant. Enter the plant. Saying enter the plant here. RA11 is my plant. Press enter. Purchasing group 001. You can select it from here. If you don't know the purchasing group, you can select it from the menu. See here. You can select anything. Press enter. Now it is asking for valuation price. It is just a dummy price. This is not the exact price which we are going to buy it from the vendor. It is just a dummy price. Now let me enter the storage location of RA11 is my storage. Press enter and save. And save. Let me save this. This is my PR. Let me take this PR. Let me take out this PR. Purchase requisition, PR. Okay. Based out of this, I'm going to create purchase order, PO. Order confirmation, purchase order is order confirmation with the vendor, supplier. Now, /n, if you enter /n, it comes out. ME21N, transaction code. ME21N. Now, let me close this. Document overview on. Click on to document overview on. Select onto this variance, my purchase requisition. This is my purchase requisition, which I have created it now. I have created this purchase. See here, this is my purchase. Select. You should not double click onto this purchase requisition. You have to select and adapt. This is the adapter. Okay. Purchase organization is RA11. A group of people who are involved in purchasing activity. That is purchase organization. Press enter. Now let me enter the supplier. This is my supplier, which I have created it earlier. Press enter. Okay, this is the confirmed price. My confirmed price is 1500. Press enter. I'm entering it here. Okay, go to item overview. So from JSK Industries, I am purchasing this material 10 quantity for the price of 1500 USD. Okay, for the plant RA11, Yamaha plant. RA11 is my Yamaha plant. For the storage location RA11. Now let me save this. Save. Now this is my purchase order. Let me take this PO. This is my PO. Now let me check MMB / MMB for inventory. Inventory management. I'm going to check the inventory. See MMB. Here you cannot press enter. Material already being adapted here. When I create the material itself gets adapted. Now click on to execute or press F8. Execute. See on order stock. Because I have created a purchase order, it is in the on order stock. Now let's go to MIGO. MIGO. I'm going to do goods receipt. The meaning is vendor is, that is supplier is sending us the material. I'm going to get the material, put it in storage location. That is the meaning for GRN, goods receipt. Okay, goods receipt, purchase order. Let me enter the purchase order number. Present. Okay, here scroll down, item OK and post. Now let me go and check the inventory in the another screen. Refresh this. See here, 10 unrestricted discount. Now I'm going to do invoice verification. Invoice verification, that is vendor invoice. Supplier is giving you the invoice. I'm posting it in SAP system. /MIR. Now let me enter the invoice date. Okay, calculate tax. Okay. Enter the purchase order number. Press enter. This is the amount we have. It's payable to the vendor. 17700. 17700. This accounts payable. Okay, bills payable or accounts payable. Baseline date upon which we have to pay the vendor, supplier. 15th, before 15th, I have paid to the supplier. Save it. And I have paid the supplier. This amount I have paid it. Now I'm going to return the goods to the supplier. Where would I do it? / and come out. MIGO. We go. I want to return the goods to the supplier. Select returns delivery. Automatically the material document has got adapted here based on the previous we did goods receipt. Press enter. Here scroll down, go to where reasons for movement, poor quality. See here, or incomplete or damage anything. Let me select poor quality. Item OK and post. Now let's go to inventory and let me check the inventory now. Refresh this. See, on order stock. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do credit memo / and it comes out MIR transaction credit memo. Vendor has to pay us back the amount which I have paid it earlier. Now select credit memo. Enter invoice date. Enter this based on the purchase order. You are going to do it based out of purchase order. Press enter. Calculate tax, same amount. This is the amount. 17700. Base the end date upon which he has to pay us back the amount. Let me enter the base date and 17700 is the amount payable from the vendor. Vendor has to pay us back the amount. Now let me save this. Now let's go to /n ME23N display purchase order, and I'm going to check the purchase order. ME23N. See here, this is the purchase order number. It has got adapted. If it is not getting adapted, select purchase order, other purchase order, and enter the purchase order number here. Press enter. Now you will be able to see the first I did a goods receipt. I created a purchase order. I did goods receipt, and I did invoice verification. Invoice, that is, vendor has given the invoice. I have posted it in SAP system. Now, because of poor quality, I returned it back to the vendor, and now he has to return us back the money, this amount, this sum. This is the mail. This is how you do standard procurement process and returns to the vendor. Thank you. Supplier returns. Thank you.